Hello everyone, for today's video I have a Godspeed themed moveset. This moveset was suggested by J Nebula, so if you have any themed moveset suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments and the most interesting ones will be used for future videos. So for this video, he says to use Super Mad Dance, Shining Slash, Final Blow and Punisher Drive as my 4 supers, Hyper Movement as my evasive, and the Time Skip and Warp Kamehameha as my 2 ultimates. And for my transformation, he says I can use Potential Unleashed, Super Saiyan or Future Super Saiyan. I really do like the idea of this moveset because it's based off attacks that are either instant or very fast. So going into the moveset itself, firstly for my transformation I decided to pick Future Super Saiyan just because I've been using the regular Super Saiyan and Potential Unleashed quite a lot, so I just want to use Future Super Saiyan to show it some love. Hyper Movement as my evasive because, well, you teleport behind your opponent, so that's kind of like, to an extent, it's like instant transmission. And speaking of instant transmission, Warp Kamehameha as one of my ultimates because it's basically, well, not basically, it is instant transmission Kamehameha, the attack Super Saiyan Goku used on Cell during the Cell games. Time Skip as my second ultimate because, well, I mean, it should speak for itself. You go faster than time for a few moments and you skip time. In my opinion, Warp Kamehameha is awful. I mean, it looks cool, it's very flashy, but in practice, it's terrible. If you're going to use Warp Kamehameha, the majority of the time that you're going to use it to hit your opponent with it will be when they're in the stamina recovery position and can't move. And the second situation in which you can use it, while admittedly it is a very strategic move, it's kind of a waste and it's very inefficient. And that is if your opponent uses a ball ultimate attack, for example, Supernova, Death Ball, or the Sphere of Destruction. I use this strategy in the closed beta for Xenoverse 2. It's in the video titled All or Nothing Kamehameha. So once again, it's very flashy and it can work perfectly in a very specific situation, but outside of that, it's kind of a waste, let's be fair. Time Skip is actually a pretty good ultimate attack, especially for someone who plays primarily as melee. If you use it after you've broken your opponent's stamina, it'll do a lot of damage, and plus it's a very disrespectful attack. Final Blow because Vegeta used it on Golden Frieza and on Super Saiyan Kabe or Kaba. I'm not sure how we are saying it yet, but when Vegeta does use it, it's shown to be a very fast attack. So I'm assuming that's why J Nebula listed this attack. I'm assuming Shining Slash because if you fully charge it up, you'll teleport right in front of your opponent and hit them. Super Mad Dance because it's a very fast combo and you teleport all over the place. And kind of the same for Punisher Driver, apart from the fact that maybe it looks more flashy and that it's much harder to hit your opponent with it. So I think that's pretty much the moveset covered. So that being said, let's get into the first fight. So as the fight starts, I take a quick look at his moves, and he has the Doria launcher and the Super Kamehameha. I think he's a Saiyan as well, so if he breaks my guard and then uses the triangle stamina break to send me flying down, then that's going to give him the perfect opportunity to hit me with the Super Kamehameha. I'm not too bothered about the Doria launcher because while it's a very nice looking attack, it's very hard to hit your opponent with it. It's one of those flashy attacks, to be honest. So because this moveset has pretty much all damaging super attacks, I decided to use Future Super Saiyan, so that way I get to keep my key recovery as well as a damage boost. So here I'm assuming he's going to turn Super Saiyan 3 because he needs to be honest. So I'm being a bit of a dick here and I used my evasive to break his guard that way, which was completely pointless and very inefficient. I could have easily just used the homing dash, which would have just taken 1 bar of stamina rather than using 3 for my evasive. But here I did break his guard and I know he's going to vanish the moment he has enough stamina to because, well, he's in a huge combo. He's going to want to minimise the damage. And then as you just saw, I broke his guard again with a stamina break, then I hit him with a time skip. So at this point I'm just waiting to see what he's going to do because there's no reason for me to pursue him. I go in for a small combo and charge up the back hit and it hits, and he panic vanished there, but it worked out for him, so I went for the stamina break. At this point I'd like to finish him off with a time skip, hence why I'm not vanishing out of his combos or using an evasive. Now here he tries to hit me with the Spirit Bomb, perhaps out of desperation, and basically from that point he tried to hit me, I perfect blocked it, and then I finished him off with a Punisher Drive. At the very end there he went for a Giant Storm. It may at that point have been better for him to try and use the Dandelion launcher, but who knows. So the second fight as we enter it was very fun. Both of us had a very good step vanishing technique in this match, and you'll see that as the fight continues. So as this fight was happening, I was thinking to myself that I need to figure out this guy's vanishing patterns. If I don't, then I'm going to have a very bad time. But with that being said, here he vanishes after being hit once, maybe twice, and I don't know if he did that on purpose to try and make me vanish, but you just saw there as well, he vanished only after a few hits, so I'm going to keep that in mind. And I hope he doesn't change that up, because that's going to be something that's going to help me out throughout the fight. So here I deliberately let him hit me and send me flying away to see if he'll try and back hit me, and he did if you go and rewatch that part back. So now I do have a decent idea on when he's going to vanish and when he's going to try and predict me vanishing. So that being said, it now makes sense to me to finally use the Future Super Saiyan transformation in this fight. So now when I use Future Super Saiyan, I have a decent amount of ki, and I'm not going to use one of my ultimates yet. So I tried to hit him with a very fast shining slash, but he evades it. I have almost max stamina here, and he's going to do something in a moment that's just honestly very unfortunate for him. So after he gets me in a small combo, he breaks my guard, and now I'm thinking, oh crap, okay. And now he's continuing his combo, and I'm thinking, okay, he's doing this to maximise the damage, and he's probably going to hit me with the Super Kamehameha in a moment. Well, he does use the Super Kamehameha, but not after sending me flying away in the opposite direction. So now I get a completely free stamina reset, and he pretty much now has no stamina at all. Now granted, we both have roughly the same amount of health at the moment, but something tells me that I'm soon going to have more health than him. So like I've said before, I know he's going to vanish as soon as he has 2 bars of stamina. So I vanished there so he could vanish more easily, because I knew he was going to do it. I was baiting him into doing it, and so that way I could then continue my combo. For lack of a better expression, it feels like this guy blew his load. Oh man. It feels like this guy blew his load too early in the fight, because if you guys watch this back, he was playing very aggressively to begin with, and now he's not capitalised on anything, and it feels like he's starting to panic. Going back a few moments, he broke my guard, then used Dragon Fist when I was halfway across the map. That must have been a misclick, and he just sucks off him at this point, because now there's no way he can recover. Right here is the perfect example of this guy losing his cool and getting desperate. He vanished at the very end of the heavy smash combo, because at that point the only way I could continue the combo would be if I used, for example, if I had it equipped, Super Kamehameha or Final Flash, and at that point he should have conserved his stamina and then used an evasive if I did use one of those attacks. The fight's pretty much over now. I dashed away to create a bit of distance, then I finished him off with the final blow. While I did find that a very fun fight, and like I've already said previously, it just felt like he burned himself out at the start, which really made him suffer towards the end. So as we go into the next fight, as soon as it starts, I dash up to him and hit him, and I did expect him to vanish there, but he didn't, and I don't know if that was because he was AFK or something, but I've said this before, if you're AFK when the fight starts, it's your fault for clicking ready. He gets me in a throw here, and he's going to do that a few times in this fight. So really here, I'm just trying to work out when he's going to vanish, if he has any specific vanishing patterns, and at the moment I can't really think of anything, and I can't really pick up on it. I noticed here that he's just blocking, he's not doing anything, he's just pretty much blocking. So I wanted to try something, and it failed, but it's something that does work. If you use your transformation right next to your opponent while they are blocking, you'll break their guard. Much like there, I broke his guard with the homing dash when he turned Super Saiyan 2. Now I get him in a decent combo by using Punisher Drive twice, and then finish off this combo by using Super Mad Dance. So now his stamina is about to recharge, so I dash up to him, he blocks it, and gets me in the second throw, and just before I land, he used his Burning Strike. There, I wanted to use Hyper Movement to see if he'll break his guard, but I didn't get a chance to activate it. Burning Strike is so disrespectful, so now I'm thinking, I can't let this go by, I need to repay the favour, and I need to finish him off by using Time Skip, so that's my goal now. I'm trying to just hit him in a basic combo to recover some ki. He gets me in another damn throw, and here I think he was going to go for the Burning Strike again, but must have misclicked or something and went for Final Flash. I used Hyper Movement to break his guard, and I really shouldn't have done that because he had very low stamina anyway, so now I'm just giving him pretty much a free stamina reset, and he will take some damage, but it won't be enough to finish him off. So I sent him flying down and finished that huge combo off by using the basic rush volley, and now he uses burning attack for whatever reason, I don't know. And my strategy here now is to try and drain his stamina so I can finally hit him with a time skip and finish him off. So now I break his guard, and I must have accidentally hit square there rather than using a time skip, because one punch there was enough to finish him off. So now I'm thinking, this cannot stand. I need to hit him with the time skip. Oh man. I need to hit him with the time skip. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll give this guy a second fight. And just after he clicks ready and selects his character, he disconnects. I don't know if it was a rage quit because he didn't want to fight me again, but that's just how it goes, I suppose. So thank you guys so much for watching so far. There's a few fights left and they're pretty good fights. So again, thank you guys for watching so far, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
This is payback! Yeah!